My name is Mark Carey. I'm the media communications guy at the mayor's office in Quincy for work for Mayor Koch. And I guess I'm an old radio guy, which we'll just leave we'll leave off this discussion today. But I used to run the tourism office at Discover Quincy. Discover Quincy is the name of the tourism office. And I shared office space with Dean Rizzo, who ran Quincy 2000. And the two of us decided after 2008 and after some time had gone by we approached our board and said, let's create a Quincy Chamber. And from that, we spent the next year and a half building the Quincy Chamber. So we were co-directors. I had left, started my own company, video communications, video production and marketing. And then I had a short stint in Plymouth. And whilst I was there, I went to Plymouth, England, and I went with the Plymouth 400 organization, and we went to London, we went to Plymouth, England to find out what they're doing to promote their Plymouth 400 initiative, and it was great. It was really exciting. So that's what my purview is in the mayor's office now. The Quincy 400 is a bit different from, say, the Plymouth 400 because Mayor Koch has sort of, although yes, it's a year of celebrations, that's what Plymouth 400 is. Ours is going to be much more of a community planning effort, and the mayor saw that a couple of years ago, and he had, in his inaugural speech, talked about going out over the next 10 years and sort of having a massive planning effort on every level: infrastructure, health, and wellness. I actually have the cheat sheet here on all of the 6 categories that we have. Really, transportation and capital assets. Transportation, that we were a city of cow paths and in a settlement 400 years ago. Economic growth and tourism, health and wellness, history, arts and culture, neighborhoods, and education. And under each one of those categories, we figure we have a lot of planning to do in the next 10 years. What Mayor Koch had us do is he charged us, a small working group, myself, Maureen Carey, Larry Liuzzo in the mayor's office, and Lisa Amola and myself, working on sort of the working team on the Quincy 400 initiative. So we spent the last year going out and gathering information from the community, had 6 different community groups. We had an online survey that almost 1,000 people have taken so far. We want to hear what people want. The mayor's not in his office, twirling his mustache saying this is the way it's going to be. He's going out to the community. We want to know what the people want, to see where they want to see their city in 2025. And it's really right around the corner. So tomorrow, we're reaching out to some special interest groups as well, and the economic development community has not had a say yet. So we're having a proper workshop. We brought in the Dewey Square group to help us out, and we're working in partnership with the Quincy Chamber of Commerce to hold that. This is the fun stuff, right? I mean, where do we want to see our city? And people love to be involved, and this is their community, and they have such ownership of it that they feel as though they want to have a voice. And this is really when the mayor talks about having it being a community planning effort. It really is that. I mean, we have to hear from the people and where they want to see the city in 2025. So it's been an incredibly positive response. We've had our negative responses, but that's okay. We want to hear it all. And that's what we're looking forward to doing. Especially tomorrow, we're hoping to hear from a different group of people from the economic development crowd. And Tim Cahill, the head of the chamber now, will be there. The mayor is hosting the event as well, and we have Chris Walker, he's with the mayor's office as well, the policy director for the city, will be our moderator. So the idea is that the mayor, after he charged us to go out to the community and to have special interest groups like we are tomorrow with the business development community, is to come together with some sort of a report-like type of a thing, although it's an organic, moving thing, so we're not looking for a final report. This is sort of just gathering the information that we've sort of gone out and gathered. There's a lot of data there, so in what people want to see and where they want to see the city in the next 10 years, from our online survey especially, but also our community meetings in this meeting tomorrow and maybe a couple others. But in September, the mayor will then say, okay, here's where we are. And now under each one of these 6 categories, I'd like to put together advisory committees, so mayoral advisory committees under each one with specific people that are involved in each one of these areas. And let's flesh out what needs to be talked about and as we move forward we have another, how many years, 7, 8 years before 2025? My math, I was never good at math, but yeah. there's a lot happening in the city right now. I'm not going to be so bold as to speak to it because we all have our purview, but we all do have we all understand that what's going on. But with the downtown redevelopment, which is absolutely huge, we've just gotten through the worst storms that the city has ever seen. A lot of that seawall work is finished, and we have a lot more work to do. So, as well as the downtown redevelopment, we also have our Hancock Adams Common, which will be opening, and we have a big event happening on September 8th. Well, also the announcement of the 400, but David McCullough and the governor are coming to unveil 2 statues of John Hancock and John Adams, and it's going to really be one of the most beautiful places anywhere, in the South Shore especially, so that'll be finished this summer. It's funny, there are some things that you can do individually, and there's some things you cannot do unless you do it with a group of people. I happen to be in the film video stuff, so we made a movie last year. One of the best collaborative experiences I've ever had in my life, and no one person, if we were missing one of those people, it wouldn't have come out as good as it came out. It wouldn't have been as perfect as it was. And the experience of being collaborative and together with everybody having their own specific skill set, it just makes it an incredible thing.